Let me show you how to make some beef enchiladas using some canned beef that you might have in your pantry that you pressure cooked a while back. I'm using a beef stew meat that I pressure cooked, so it's kind of like a shredded beef coming out, but you can use a ground beef. I'm using some olive oil that's infused with chili. Any olive oil will work though. I'm just trying to use up what I found in my pantry that's kind of been sitting there. And to a Dutch oven pot of some sorts, you can start to add that oil, get it hot, and then let's scoop out that beef that you pressure cooked. If you don't have any pressure cooked beef, you could use any beef you'd like. You're just going to have to cook it first. I recommend probably a ground beef in that case because you need this to be either a shreddable beef that's really soft or something, easy to chew when you put it in your enchilada. So I'm using a couple cans here, a couple of pint-sized jars. We are going to let this meat warm up in that chili oil. And it's going to infuse that chili oil flavor into the meat. So you're going to have a little bit of a spicy flavor here. So if you don't have chili oil, you can add some red chili flakes if you like your spicy, or some cayenne pepper, whatever you want if you like it spicy, or keep it just not spicy. Most kids don't like spicy food. My kids do. I'm now adding a teaspoon of cumin to the meat just to season it up. We'll add about half a teaspoon of some chili powder here. And we'll do some garlic powder, half teaspoon. These flavors go well together. A little bit of onion powder there as well. And don't forget the salt and pepper. Half teaspoon salt, half teaspoon pepper. That will flavor up the meat nicely for the enchiladas. Now go ahead and squeeze half a lime in there. Give it a little acidity. Mix that all together and just let it marinate together as you assemble some more ingredients that I'm going to show you here. These enchiladas really come together quickly if that meat is already cooked. So great idea to use your canned meat from your food storage. Do the old taste test, add whatever else you think it needs, but I think we got it down. I think we nailed it. Let's just put a lid on it, keep it nice and warm. We turn the heat off, and we're gonna start grating some cheese now. I'm using a medium cheddar cheese. Sharp cheese would be awesome as well. And it's time to preheat that oven. Put it on for 375 degrees, and we'll start assembling the enchiladas. So I've got a stack of tortillas here, and I'm gonna just put those quickly in the microwave to get them soft. If you don't use a microwave, you just have to soften them on the pan as you go. In a separate pan, of course. Go ahead and spray a 9x13 pan with some nonstick cooking spray. And I'm using enchilada sauce that I gotta get opened here, tapping the sides of it to get that lid loosened. This is Siete brand. They don't use any seed oils, and it's a very good red enchilada sauce. Yes, it's a bit more pricey, but sometimes you pay that price when you're trying to eat healthier in some ways. And especially when I'm making a dish like enchiladas or pizza or something that's already not a low carb or super healthy meal, then I like to use some higher quality ingredients. All right, we're assembling now. So we're gonna put a good portion of that meat on, sprinkle some cheese on there, and we'll start to roll up the enchiladas. So this is about four cups of meat here that were packed into jars. And we're getting about 7 enchiladas out of this. Okay, about 7. There's 4 people in my family. This is plenty for my family. And now we're just going to pour that enchilada sauce on top. We've done some on the bottom of the pan. Now we're just going to drizzle it all over these enchiladas on top. Get them smothered here. My teenagers love when I cook enchiladas or pizza or any kind of what they consider normal food, because usually it's kind of just a low-carb meal. I might throw together some ground turkey with some peas or cauliflowered rice, and they're like, we don't want to eat this way. We want to eat the good stuff. Give us casseroles, give us lasagna, give us pizza, give us enchiladas. So they always get excited when it's a meal like this. Okay, you've sprinkled all your cheese on top, and now we're just going to throw it into that preheated oven, 375 degree oven, and we let it cook for about 20 to 30 minutes, maybe longer depending on your oven. Now I had some leftover beans and rice. I had cooked up some beans in a crock pot. I cooked up some rice, and I mixed those together. And I'm just going to rehydrate them. They've been in the fridge a couple days. I got to use those up too, using up our leftovers. So that'll be on the side with our enchiladas. And I chose to make enchiladas because I pretty much had a lot of the ingredients already in my pantry, in my fridge that I needed to use up. And when you're thinking about using up stuff and not just wasting food, you make a meal around what you've got. So I had a couple of bell peppers here, and I'm just going to slice them up really thin. We're going to assemble our sides, or rather our toppings for the enchiladas. So we've got bell pepper, we've got lime wedges, we've got some cilantro. I have a tomato here as well, and I have some pickled jalapenos, which are my favorite. So we'll just throw a lot of this on just a serving dish here. And I also, for sour cream, like to use Greek yogurt. I love sour cream. There's different brands of sour cream I like better than others, but I like this whole milk Greek yogurt that I get from Natural Grocers. Really loving it, a plain Greek yogurt. So we're going to assemble the enchilada to eat it now. So let's grab one. They're a good size too. You really only need to eat one. You don't need to eat a couple. You'll want to eat a couple, but you don't need to. We're trying to portion things a little bit better for us as well as we age and trying to lose weight and feel great and keep our bodies healthy. We don't need to eat as much food as we think we do. All right, we're going to load up that enchilada with some Greek yogurt, squeeze of lime, cilantro, bell pepper, and tomatoes. And here you go, folks. This is dinner. Doesn't that look good?